Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about the media and protest movements, I'm not going to go too much detail, but I want to talk about something that kind of hit me recently. Now, if you don't know, a little background story. If you don't know, there's a major protest movement that started up in Russia. It's kind of the first one in seemingly 20 years at least, if not more. I'm not that familiar with Russian politics, but it's been a long time since they've had a major protest movement. Now, recently, after they had this election, they ended up having a lot of protests, lots and lots of them, all the way across the country. It's kind of a big deal. But the Russian media, famously the RT, which is a media source that I check out fairly regularly, did not cover it very well. They criticized the movement for being a bunch of kind of young middle-class people. They said the numbers weren't that great. You know, they kind of went through all the regular, I guess, complaints about movements like this. However, if the thing that hit me was RT covered every other protest movement just completely differently, completely from the other side. They did not criticize the protest movement that much, if at all. If it was Occupy, Wall Street, or if it was the Arab Spring, they really kept it pretty rosy. But when it comes to their own country, they ended up turning it around. They ended up taking the other side. Now, this isn't uncommon. This happened with the U.S. media. You know, we covered, if you checked out CNN, you know, the riots that were taking place in Egypt were a great thing. And then when there were riots in New York, they were horrible. When you look at European news, kind of the same deal, only to a lesser extent, because it's not as, I guess, widespread. I mean, you know, it's more, it's different. It's not really a let's change the government kind of movement in Europe. It's kind of let's fight for our pensions. So there's a little bit of a difference there, but I think in a lot of ways they have a lot of similarities, if that makes sense. And I think that it's been interesting to see how it seems to be, let me put it very simply, it seems to be what determines the media's coverage is the proximity to the event, as far as protest movements go. In other words, if the protest is outside, you're covering it pretty negatively. If it's, 1,000 miles away and two countries, separate you from it, you cover it positively. You see what I'm saying? So it's an interesting thing to watch. I'd like to hear your guys' take on it. I go into more detail, but I need to get a new camera because my camera is not functioning correctly at this point. Anyway, subscribe, comment, rate. Have a great day. Bye.